Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma Padma Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma Vando Moi Savadana Mate Bando Moi Savadana Mate Jahara Prasadhe Bhai E Bhavatori Aja Krishna Prapti Ho Jaha Hoite Krishna Prapti Ho Jaha Hoite Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitete Koriya Kya Arna Kori Ho Mane আশা আর না করে মানে আশা শ্রী গুরু চরণে রতি ऐसे उत्तम गति श्री गुरु चरणे रति ऐसे उत्तम गति जय प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा जय प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा चक्षुधान धिलो जय जन्म जन्म प्रभु से चक्षुधान दिलो जय जन्म जन्म प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविध विनाश जाते प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविध विनाश जाते वेद गाय जहर चरितो वेद गाय जहर चरितो श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधम जनर बंधु बोलो बोलो श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधम जनर बंधु लोकनाथ लोकेर जीवाना लोकनाथ लोकेर जीवाना हा हा प्रभु कर दया देह मोर पाद छाया हा हा प्रभु कर दया देह मोर पाद छाया हा हा प्रभु कर दया देह मोर पाद छाया हा हा प्रभु कर दया देह मोर पाद छाया एबे जास गो शुक्र भुवना एबे जास गो शुक्र भुवना हा हा प्रभु कर दया देह मोरे पद छाया हा हा प्रभु कर दया देह मोरे पद छाया हा हा प्रभु कर दया देह मोरे पद छाया प्रभु कर दया दे हमारे पद छाया ए बजास को शुक्र भुवाना ए बजास को शुक्र भुवाना शीला प्रभुपाद पतित पवाना 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 जय प्रभुपदा 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 जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा 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 जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा 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 जय प्रभुपदा जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय प्रभुपाद श्रील प्रभुपाद गुरु पूजा की नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Dashatarine Jai Prabhupada Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Jaya Shri Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Advaita Gadadhara Shri keep it going. Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Nithai Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo bolo, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo bolo. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo bolo. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo bolo. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo bolo Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Ram. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Radha Gokulananda Shri Radhe. Jaya Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman. Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman. Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai. Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Go crazy. Nitai Gaur Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaur Haribo. Haribo, Nitai Gaur. Oh, Nitai Gaur Haribo, 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 Gaur Haribo. Haribo, Nitai Gaur Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaur Haribo. Nitai Gaur Premanande.
Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahans Parivajakacarya Stotra Satta Sri Sriman His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. Isckon founder Acharya His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada Ki. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahans Parivajakacarya Astotra Satta Sri Sriman His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj Ki. Ananta Gauri Vaishnavinda Ke, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ke, Rup Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Shrijiva Gopal Bhatt Das Raghunath Sadgoswami Ki. Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasari Gaur Bhaktivinoda Ki. Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shama Kudranaku Giri Govardhan Ke. Vrindavan Dham Ke, Navadvip Mayapur Dham Ke, Sri Jagannath Puri Dham Ke, Ganga Mai Ki, Chamuna Mai Ki, Tulasi Devi Ki, Bhakti Devi Ki, Samaveda Bhaktivinoda Ki, Sri Sri Radha Gokulananda Ke, Sri Sri Radha Landanishwar Ke, Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani Ki, Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman Ki, Sri Sri Gaura Nitai Ki, Sri Harinam Sankirtan Ki. Nitai, 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 Gaura Premanande. Glories to the assembled devotees. Glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. Glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. First and foremost, we would like to request if our esteemed temple president, Mother Vishaka, is Mother Vishaka around? She's at the temple. Okay. So Mother Vishaka, she will be coming shortly. But thank you so much, dear devotees. Welcome to Maha morning program here in the Bhaktivedanta Manor, where we've been trying to energize the community by coming at least once a month together and celebrate this very Mangala. Mangala means auspicious. So starting from the Mangala Arati, we try to emphasize the importance of morning program and Sadhu Sangha, first and foremost. Today is also a very interesting and auspicious day. What is auspicious about it is that we're going to have varieties of wonderful speakers, senior Vaishnavas being here today present with us. And also some of the devotees from the Brahmachari Ashram in Bhaktivedanta Manor, Scotland and Slovenia. This is like a culmination of Brahmachari retreat where all the Brahmacharis from around Europe and UK came together to celebrate the life and ashram of renunciation. And today we're going to be awarding saffron cloth to 6 of the aspiring devotees, which will be taking their vows in the art of renunciation in the life of Brahmachari Ashram. So Hare Krishna, hope you have a wonderful time, wonderful program. Now I'm going to be requesting His Holiness Swami Bhagavan Keshav Maharaj to open up the ceremony and take us through the whole process of Chaitanya Charitamrita class and later on the saffron ceremony. His Holiness Swami Bhagavan Keshav Maharaj ki.
Hare Krishna. I think you can do a little louder than that. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki. Isn't it wonderful to come together in the morning and dance and lose some weight and gain some spiritual inspiration? It's wonderful. Thank you all, everyone, for coming. We're trying to do this Maha morning program once a month, and please, please, please keep coming, spread the word. It's such a beautiful energy when we all come together and really glorify Srila Prabhupada, Shri Shri Radha Gokulananda, and sing together. And this morning is a very, very, very special ceremony. There's certain ceremonies that you'll see regularly within the Isckon world, but this is one of those rare ceremonies that you may not see. We hope it will occur more and more in the future, but it's very, very auspicious. This morning we are having a saffron giving ceremony. You can see a lot of saffron in the room. Isn't it wonderful? Some of you feel a bit scared about saffron, it looks like. It's very, very beautiful. This morning we'll have 6 devotees who are making the commitment to accept the saffron cloth, and with the saffron cloth comes a commitment, a dedication, and a responsibility. When they put on this cloth, then they vow for the next 5 years of their life. They won't think about anything else apart from serving Shri Shri Radha Gokulananda, Srila Prabhupada's mission, full time with all their heart, their mind, their intelligence, their energy. And so I think that deserves a massive Haribol. So these saffron ceremonies, they say nowadays brahmacharis are endangered species. So Bhaktivedanta Manor is a sanctuary where we're giving an opportunity for the endangered species to regain their strength. And it's a very wonderful thing. One time we were doing a saffron ceremony, I remember, and His Holiness Jai Vaita Maharaj was saying, we were telling him that the brahmacharis commit to 5 years. And he said, 5 years? Even if they do 1 year, it's wonderful. And then he said, even if they do 1 month in saffron, it's wonderful. And he said, even if they do 1 day in saffron, it's wonderful. And someone put their hand up and said, what's the point of 1 day? He said, you'll realize that was the happiest day of your life. So it was my great fortune to be here at the Manor, living in the Brahmachari Ashram, still do. and still very much identify with the brahmacharis. Brahmachari life is a happy life, a simple life, and a focused life. And the brahmacharis are not just benefiting themselves, actually they're benefiting the entire community. All of you here, we have 4 devotees from Bhaktivedanta Manor taking Saffron, and 2 from, one from Scotland and 1 from Slovenia. And all of these devotees are yours. They are public property now. And they are ready to serve you anytime you call them. And therefore it's a great benefit for our whole community. The Srimad Bhagavatam explains, Brahmachari Gurukule Vasandanta Ghororitam Acharan Dasavannicho Guru Sudrida Saurida. Before we do anything in life, we should take a period where we spiritually absorb ourselves. Why? Because Vasandanta, you learn self-control, you learn mind control. Acharan, you learn character, qualities, you learn the behavior and the culture and the etiquette. Dashavan, you learn to be a servant. And Nicho, you learn humility. And not just this, Guru Sudrida Saurida, you develop a great friendship, a great respect, a great connection with your spiritual superiors. And by investing in doing this in the beginning of your life, then whatever you may do in the future, you will be successful. And so, before we continue with the talks, this is an open invitation to anyone out there. Remember, 1 year, 1 month, even 1 day. Please, 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 our humble request to all of you is, make some time in your life when you give your full time to Krishna. You can do it for a week, you can do it for a month, you can do it for a year, but what you will learn in that time will help you whatever you may do in life. So this morning we have some wonderful speakers who are going to be enlightening us. We'd like to welcome them all to the stage. First, we'd like to welcome someone who's been such an inspiration to all the brahmacharis here. He's the most senior, but he danced the highest and he's got the most energy. Please give a massive round of Haribol to His Holiness Chandramauli Maharaj. Please, Maharaj, if you can make your way to the stage. We're also very, very fortunate today. We have 2 more sannyasis with us. We have someone who's been resident here for over 40 years, been a sannyasi for many decades, and lives with the brahmacharis here to this day, continues to inspire us, to guide us, and also sometimes to tell us off. We'd like to welcome to the stage His Holiness Bhaktivedanta Maharaj. Please, Maharaj, if you can please come to the stage. And then we're very, very fortunate to have another very special personality with us, coming to the UK, I think, for his first visit as a sannyasi. We have with us a very, very accomplished devotee, very extremely learned, extremely impactful in the service that he's offered to Srila Prabhupada's movement. So we're very happy to welcome to Bhaktivedanta Manor, I think in his first trip as a sannyasi, His Holiness Bhakti Padma Saurabha Pracharaka Swami Maharaj Ki. Please, Maharaj. So the way the ceremony will go is we'll ask first His Holiness Chandramauli Maharaj to share a few words with us from the Chaitanya Charitamrita and whatever he feels inspired. Then we'll ask His Holiness Bhaktivedanta Maharaj to also speak, and then we'll also ask Bhakti Padma Maharaj. Sorry, Maharaj, I truncated your name. I hope that's okay. It's long. Yes. Oh, yes. Yes. And then Maharaj will speak a few words. And then what we'll do is we will invite the 6 devotees onto stage. We'll say a little bit about them. They'll receive the saffron cloth. And then they'll do what Superman does best. They'll go away and they'll change into their new cloth, and then we'll welcome them back with a massive kirtan. And then we'll hear some words from them. Does that sound exciting? So So some of you may be in the audience and you may be thinking, this is a brahmachari ceremony, it's a saffron ceremony, what's this got to do with me? But it does actually, because brahmacharya means one whose activities are in the spirit, one whose activities are in Brahman, one who is focused on Krishna. And in that sense, wherever one is, one lives with this spirit of dedicating themselves to Krishna. So it's relevant to everyone. And before we hear from our wonderful speakers here, we'll invite our very dear temple president, someone we're very fortunate to have here at Bhaktivedanta Manor, guiding us, supporting us, inspiring us, and providing such an incredible example for all of us. Please welcome Her Grace Mother Vishaka. Haribo.
Hare Krishna. My obeisances. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvase Sasunyavadi Paskyata Deshatarane Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasati Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Vanchakopa tarubhyascha, kripa sindhu bhyevacha, patitanam pavanebhyo, vaishnavebhyo, namo namaha. Hare Krishna. So, as you've heard, today we are honoring the Brahmachari ashram, and we're very happy to do so. Brahmacharis are so important. The training they get, the character they build in that ashram is vital for a solid society, a God-conscious society. And we know from Srila Prabhupada's teachings that, in fact, all the ashrams are necessary for a healthy society. My god-sister Jamuna Devi Dasi used to say, ashram means a factory for producing Krishna-conscious devotees. So whether the Grihastha ashram, the Brahmachari ashram, the Vanaprastha ashram, the Sannyasa ashram, all the ashrams are vital and all need to be inspired in Krishna consciousness. So we are so grateful that all of you have come today. This Sangha creates inspiration to see all of us together, hearing from the sadhus, chanting the holy names, honoring prasadam together, doing some seva. This builds our Krishna consciousness and helps us overcome the amazing distractions that this age of Kali arranges for us on a day-to-day basis. So thank you so much for being here. Please come regularly to Bhaktivedanta Manor. Consider it your home, your real home. Hare Krishna. All glory is to Srila Prabhupada.
Her Grace Mother Vishaka ki. So we'll begin with His Holiness Chandramani Maharaj.
Om Agyan Timirandasya Girajana Salakaya Chaksu Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Shri Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Pastyatya Desatarine Pancha Kalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namaho Namaha Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasari Gaur Bhaktivrindam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare. So I was giving a series of verses leading up to a particular pastime in the CC. And there are many verses, so I'll get right to the pastime, which has a particular interesting purport, which I think you'll find. And this is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He's with his disciples and others. And he's glorifying one particular personality who cooks for him. His name is Raghava Pandit, along with his sister Damayanti. He speaks, I am obliged to you due to your pure love for me. Just hear about the pure devotional service rendered by Raghava Pandit to Krishna. Indeed, Raghava Pandit's service is supremely pure and highly accomplished. Apart from other commodities, just hear about his offering of coconuts. So here we go. A coconut is sold at the rate of 5 gandas each. Although he already has hundreds of trees and millions of fruits, he's still very eager to hear about the place where sweet coconuts are available. He collects coconuts with great endeavor from a place 20 miles away, and he pays 4 panas each for them. Every day, 5 to 7 coconuts are clipped and put into water to keep cool. At the time of the offering, the coconuts again clipped and cleaned. After, holes are made in them at the top, and they are offered to Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna drinks the juice of these coconuts, and sometimes the coconuts are left drained of the juice. So here's the bhakti of Raghava Pandit. Krishna actually drinks the juice, and when they come to take the offering, Hare Krishna. At other times, the coconuts remain filled with juice, so Krishna is very, magnanimous. Sometimes he leaves, sometimes he doesn't. When Raghava Pandit sees that the juice has been drunk from the coconuts, he is very pleased. He then breaks the coconuts, takes out the pulp, and puts it on another plate. After offering the pulp, he meditates outside the temple door. In the meantime, Lord Krishna, having eaten the pulp, leaves the plate empty. Sometimes, after eating the pulp, Krishna fills the plate again with new pulp. In this way, the faith of Raghava Pandit increases, and he floats in an ocean of love. One day, it so happened that about 10 coconuts were properly clipped and brought by the servant to offer to the deity. When the coconuts were brought, there was a little time to offer them because it was already late. The servant, holding the container of the coconuts, remained standing outside the door. Raghava Pandit then saw that the servant touched the ceiling above the door and then touched the coconuts with his same hand. Raghava Pandit then said, "People are always coming and going through that door. The dust of their feet blows up and touches the ceiling. After touching the ceiling above the door, you have touched the coconuts. They are no longer fit to be offered to Krishna because they are contaminated." Now, he had to go 20 miles to get these coconuts. Great endeavor to prepare them. Now it's about ready for the offering. He sees some discrepancy. Okay, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati talks about this. He says that Raghava Pandit was not simply a crazy fellow, suffering from some cleansing phobia. He did not belong to the mundane world. In lower consciousness, accepting something to be spiritual when it is actually material is called boma ijadi, which means something that is of this material nature. Raghava Pandit was an eternal servant of Krishna, and everything he saw was related to the servant of the Lord. He was always absorbed in the transcendental thought of how he could always serve Krishna with everything. Sometimes neophyte devotees on a lower platform try to imitate Raghava Pandit on the platform of material purity and impurity. Such imitation will not help anyone, as explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita. On the transcendental platform, there is no higher or lower, pure or impure. On the material platform, distinction is made between good and bad. But on the spiritual platform, everything is of the same quality. Now here's a verse which was spoken by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Dvaiti Bhadra Bhadra Jnana Sabdam Mano Dharma E Bala, E Manda, E Sabda Brahman. In the material world, conceptions of good and bad are all mental speculation. Therefore, saying this is good and this is bad is all a mistake. So, there's no good and no bad in the material world. That's what it says. Okay, but we use those terminologies to make distinctions between what we want to accept and what we want to reject. But Krishna speaks one verse in the Srimad Bhagavatam, in the 9th canto, which is one of the essential verses that describes the essence of Bhagavatam. And he says, he's speaking to Lord Brahma, "O Brahma, whatever appears to be of any value, if it is without relationship to me, has no reality. Know it is my illusionary energy, that reflection which appears to be in darkness." So, taking these two verses, one spoken by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and one spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna himself, we see that the illusionary energy, it's the energy of the Supreme Personality of the Godhead. And it's real. But it's illusionary because it doesn't stand the test of time. In other words, it's always changing. Prabhupada would describe one particular story. Would you like to hear a story? Yes. You probably won't like it. But at least maybe a few of you. But anyway, I'll tell it. If Prabhupada gives a point, there was one very young, unmarried girl living in the village, very, very qualified in all sense, beautiful, very attractive. And one day, the king, actually he was a prince, he was riding his horse, and he saw this hermitage. He was thinking, who lives there? So he stopped his horse just to see, and he knocks on the door, and she opens. And he's, wow, he's like head over heels, just seeing her beauty. And immediately, using his position as a prince, he says, "We should get married." Haribo. You didn't have to worry about engagements and all of these. Right to the point. So, she's not interested, but he's eager. And he's persistent. And she's thinking, she wants to be polite to him, at least in some way. So she says to him, "All right, I will honor your request, but after 1 week. So come back after 1 week and I'll be ready." Okay? So he goes away, he rides his horse, he's practically falling off the horse. And she decides to teach him a little lesson. So she gets some laxatives, some purgatives, and other things for bodily cleansing. And she just empties everything that's inside, at least what is called human waste. And she collects it in these big buckets, puts it in the back part of the house. Now she's emaciated. Her body is completely different. She's got black lines on her face. She's skinny. So then the prince comes back after 1 week. And he's there. He knocks on the door. She answers. He says, "Excuse me, ma'am, where's that young lady who was living here?" She said, "That's me." "No, that can't be you. Come on, quit playing with me." "No, that's me. Don't you recognize me?" And then he's looking. And she said, "I'll show you actually what you're looking for." So she takes him in the back room, and there it is, her beauty. In buckets, he says, "That's what you're looking for." So Prabhupada uses this particular thing. Truth is actually beauty, but what is untruth is not beautiful. So what the point is that this material world is all mental speculation. This is good, this is bad. I remember I was in Colorado one time during a blizzard. It was a snowstorm. And it's in the area where they have ski slopes. So it was packed in with snow. All the planes stopped, schools, businesses, everything closed. And people were saying, "We're losing so much money, nothing's going on, no commerce, no trade, no material," and everything. Everyone was just in alarm. But the ski slope people were having fun. "This is great. The snow is fantastic. Just what we're looking for." Somebody is seeing something good and somebody's seeing something not good in the same way. That's material life. We see things according to our consciousness, and then we make a terminology, good, bad. Is there any absolute good and bad? Not in the material world, because what is good may be bad for someone else and vice versa. And there's many stories that illustrate. So this point that is being made in this particular verse is that, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is that reality is spirituality. This material world is a shadow reflection of the reality. And to try to find any permanence or happiness in this place is trying to find light in a place where there's only darkness. And that's the analogy of this particular verse, or that verse that it describes it. So material is ephemeral, it's always changing, never steady, appears to be pleasing at one time, not pleasing at another time. You love someone, they give you so much happiness, they leave you, they give you so much distress, same person. What's good, what's bad? So this is the material world. So therefore, the devotees should see, at least, see and acknowledge what is actually good is something that doesn't change. And that's only can be found on the spiritual platform. And what doesn't change? Our relationship with Krishna. And it only gets better, but it never changes. It's always there. Prabhupada says Krishna is always with you. He never leaves you. He's constantly with you. Our awareness, whether he's there or not, makes our consciousness think one way or the other, but Krishna is always with us. And that's the reality. So connecting to Krishna, becoming Krishna consciousness, and seeing this world, what it is, just a dance of shadows that simply keep going, moving in certain directions, moving the material energy one way or the other. And it's a show. It's a light show. That's all it is. Reality is on the spiritual platform. And the spiritual platform is accessed through glorifying the Supreme Personality of Godhead, especially chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. So Raghava Pandit wasn't a cleansing phobia crazy fellow. He was seeing this now cannot be offered to Krishna because there is some contamination. Although maybe others wouldn't see the same way, but because his consciousness was so fixed on offering Krishna only the best, he could see these finer forms of contamination and therefore easily reject it. Even though he went through so much endeavor to get those coconuts and to make them ready for the offering, he thought, not worth the offering it to Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Very nice. Chandramali Maharaj ki. So next we'll ask His Holiness Atmini Vedan Maharaj to please share some words.
Om Ajnana Trimanandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshus Anmultam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Vanchakalpa Trubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhyasya Patitanam Bhavnebhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. So, today there are 6 young men who are going to take some serious vows of brahmacharya. And that means that you are now becoming serious in your spiritual dedication. Brahmacharya means no independence. Simply to serve Guru and Gauranga. You have no other business. Of course, in my time at the manor here, I've seen many young people join, and many enthusiastically take saffron cloth, and after some times, they have many desires in their heart, and they say, well, I've done my stint. I think I will now change my ashram. So then they justify the change of ashram, and then find a young lady and get married, and they think they're going to be happy. But happiness in this material world is an illusion. There is no happiness in this material world. Although we are crazily seeking happiness, we are going here, there, everywhere looking for happiness. But happiness cannot be found in this material world. Happiness is only be found when you are in connection with the Supreme Lord. As Prabhupada has explained, that our real position, constitutional position of the living entity is what? Jivere Swarupa Nitya Krishnadas. We are eternally servants of Krishna. And we have forgotten that. And by the mercy of the Supreme Lord and His pure devotees who come to spread the mission of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, enlightens us and awakens us to reality. And then when that reality hits home, we realize, yes, I am a servant of Krishna. Then we dedicate our life to Krishna and nothing else. But even after understanding all these, and even practicing Krishna consciousness, the process of bhakti, still we have so many desires in the heart. And if you want to fulfill all the desires in your heart, one life is not enough. You have to keep coming back again and again and again and again. Now, only a foolish person would desire to come back again. There's that one example given, that a young child, 3-4-year-old child, is quite happily playing in his home, and in the winter season, there's a heating system, so there's either a gas fire or a central heating, and the little child is thinking, I want to touch that heater. And the mother says, no, no touching, sit. Now when the child has been told, no, don't go there, the child says, okay. But in his mind is thinking, there must be something special there. Why have I been refrained from touching it? So the child is now planning in his mind, as soon as the mother is out, I'm going to touch it. And what happens? The mother has to do her service, so she, for a moment, leaves the child alone, and the child says, oh, freedom, and crawls and touches the heater, and whoop! As soon as it touches the heater, what happens? The fragile skin and everything becomes burnt and feels pain, tremendous pain, starts crying, and the mother comes running to the aid of the child and says, what happened? Ah. Can't even say what he did. But the mother now understood. He touched the heater and he got burnt. So the mother said, I told you not to touch. But now it's too late. The child now understands that the refrain was given to me for what purpose? To protect me. But the child touched and he experienced pain. So now the child has learned very quickly. Now, season is past, summer is coming, windows are open, temperatures are nice and warm and pleasant. The child is playing happily in the room, and mom says, go and touch the heater. Of course, the mother knows the heating is off, so it's not going to be hot. But the child says, no way I'm not touching that. And I say, it's cold now, it's okay. No, I'm not touching it. Because they're saying, once bitten, twice shy. You learned a lesson. But the child learned the lesson the hard way, and that lesson is now fixed in his mind for the rest of his life. He will not touch again. But unfortunately, when the child grows up and becomes an adult, then he starts using his intelligence. And then he figures out, as Maharaj is saying from the pulpit, good and bad, right and wrong. We have this ability to differentiate. So then we start doing things. And as an adult, we know what is wrong, but we still do it. Why? Because we want to fulfill our desires, thinking it will bring us happiness. And there's no happiness. We can try as much as you like, go from one end of the earth to the other end, all around the world. is there's no happiness. Happiness is only there when you are with Krishna. And how you can be with Krishna is that when you're serving the Supreme Lord. Because in our present state, Krishna is very kind that he's allowing us to associate with him through service. That is why Srila Prabhupada said that he established this institute, the International Society of Krishna Consciousness, to facilitate devotional service. Nowhere in the world you'll find devotional service except Isckon, which is promoting the message of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And that is why we go out, we preach to people, and say, please come. This is where you'll find happiness. And those who are already in the shelter of Krishna consciousness, taken to Krishna consciousness by their free will, not by any coerce or any force, but they freely come. And then they practice Krishna consciousness. And they find some happiness in Krishna consciousness. But at the back of their mind, they're thinking, maybe there's something more. Because it's the very nature of the soul, is to be Ananda. And that Ananda principle of the soul is always looking for happiness. And that is the nature. But we are looking for in the wrong place. There is that saying, chasing the rainbow, and there's old Irish saying, that if you go to the end of the rainbow, you'll find a pot of gold. And we all know gold means wealth. With wealth, you can purchase anything under the sun. So you're chasing that rainbow, but rainbow is just a figment of imagination or a reflection of the light. It's not really there. And definitely there's no pot of gold at the end. So you're chasing that illusory happiness in the material world. So real happiness, as Prabhupada says, chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Now all of us are chanting Hare Krishna. Are we experiencing that happiness? Sometimes Krishna is very kind. He allows us glimpses of happiness. But most time we are chanting, but we are not feeling happiness. That's because we are not looking for that real happiness. We are looking for imaginary happiness. Or we think speculatively that this will bring me happiness, that will bring me happiness, and you keep chasing after that. And when you get that object of sense enjoyment, you don't get happiness. All over the world, everybody is chasing after that. Even the devotees who have come to the understanding of this philosophy are also chasing for that happiness. But in my experience now, I understand that happiness is only there when you serve Krishna. Now sometimes it is very difficult to serve Krishna because we don't really have real experience of who Krishna is. Intellectually we understand from scriptures this description of Krishna, his pastimes and everything. You go to the temple room, you see a beautiful form of Radha Gokula Nanda, but we still cannot connect. So the real principle of connecting with Krishna is through his devotees. And we have to learn the basic principle of serving the Vaishnavas. When you start serving the Vaishnavas, then you'll connect with Krishna. And that is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, Amanina, manidena, kirtanya sadahari. One must always be ready to offer respect unto all others without any expectation of respect for the self. But it's natural. If you show someone some gratitude, some respect, they will show respect in return anyway. Even if you expect or you don't expect. But Mahaprabhu is saying very clearly, be ready to offer all respect unto others. It's a very important point, that if you want to experience the bliss of chanting the holy name, Kirtanya Sadahari, then you must be ready to offer respect unto all. Unfortunately, we are very selective in whom we offer our respect to. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not saying, you give this category or that category or this category of devotees. No, everyone you show respect. So, in my experience of Krishna consciousness now, I'm learning more and more day by day that just show respect to all. Don't worry about what is your position. Because sometimes we are stuck in this position business. Oh, I'm a senior devotee, I'm a sannyasi, I'm a guru, I'm this, that, so I deserve more respect. Doesn't matter if nobody gives you respect. But if you give respect to all, then Krishna is looking at you. He's in your heart. He's saying, yes, now we have understood your real position. So what is our real position? We are all VIPs. You understand? What does VIP mean? You know, in Janmashtami, when you have festival here, all these super rich people come here with a tag here, VIP guest. And everybody says, wow, they are VIPs. And then they think, in the material consideration, very important person. But what is our true position? Very insignificant person. So that I can either make you or break you. So if you understand that I is for insignificance, then you're insignificant. If you think you're important, then you'll be lost in this material world, birth after birth after birth. So just you all say, I did it, I. That I is a simple letter I in the alphabet, but it can make you or break you. So make sure you remember you are insignificant. And your significance is only there when you're connected with Krishna. That's like Prabhupada gives example. There are hundreds of zeros there, and you add it all up, it's still zero. But you just put one little number there, and every addition of zero increases 1,000-folds. So we are zero, Krishna is one. Connect with Krishna, you'll be a happy person. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Holiness Bhaktivedanta Maharaj ki. Now we'll ask Bhaktivedanta Maharaj, please.
Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So today, 6 Goswamis are appeared here. Shad Goswamis of Europe. Actually, having 6 Goswamis in Europe is as good as having 600 in India. And this credit goes to Swayam Bhagavan Keshav Maharaj. He has actually revived the Isckon mood after so many years in Europe. We have to be very grateful to him. And it was not the mood many years back. For many years it was dormant. The fire was very dormant. Now he's rekindled the fire. And wherever I go and hear that he has done something very unique which has not happened for many years. And this is very praiseworthy. It's we should be very grateful to him. Brahmacharis are actually the movement, the legs of the society. And movement happens because of the legs. And we call it as a Hare Krishna movement. So how does this Isckon move? Because of the legs. And who are those legs? They are the brahmacharis, they're the legs. And once Srila Prabhupada was taking interview for sannyas. Sannyas interview was not that tedious, which is happening now. Prabhupada was announced tomorrow is sannyas, but interview will be there today evening. So then they were all very excited to attend the interview. And they were preparing for so many questions and answers, very deep, Achintya, Beda, Tattva, and all these things. So then the time of the interview came, and the 2 sannyasis who were supposed to take sannyas, they were sitting in front of Prabhupada and expecting some very intricate question to be asked by Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada asked them, what is the question? Very surprisingly, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Who is Swayam Bhagavan? Then they were shocked. They thought some very intricate philosophical questions from the Sandarbhas will be asked or something like that. Then this question was, then they looked at Prabhupada, it's Krishna. They said, it's Krishna. And Prabhupada looked at him and said, "Are you sure?" They're looking at each other. Did we tell the right answer or what? Yes, Prabhupada, you written in the books. No, are you sure? That's called a sannyasi. If you're sure that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then you're a brahmachari and a sannyasi. That means what? You're 100% having faith that he'll take care of me. I don't require anybody else in this world. Krishna is there to take care of me. When he can give 100 kilos of for breakfast to an elephant, which doesn't do anything, I'm chanting Hare Krishna. I'm serving Srila Prabhupada's moment. Don't you think Krishna will not take care of me? So fearless. Krishna is there to take care of me. Lokasya vasanapanodana karo dasasya kim nakshama. Kulashekara Alvar says, when Krishna is taking care of even an atheist, in a drunkard, don't you think he'll not take care of a person who chants Hare Krishna? So you'll be taken care. You're in the lap of Krishna, don't worry about it. Second time, Srila Prabhupada gives sannyas, and then in the morning, sannyas ceremony happened, evening they came and asked Srila Prabhupada, since we have got sannyas, Srila Prabhupada, can you tell what is our kartavya? What is our responsibility? And it was in the Prabhupada Lilamrita. When I was working in Merchant Navy at that time, I was reading this particular section. Then Srila Prabhupada told them, when they asked, what is our kartavya, what is our responsibility? Then Srila Prabhupada gave only one responsibility. You know what is that responsibility? He told, memorize Shad Goswami Ashtakam and conduct your life accordingly. So, our Shad Goswamis of today, I beg them that you memorize Shad Goswami Ashtakam and conduct your life accordingly. It encapsulates everything. Everything. So today, the Shad Goswamis of today, of you who are going to take Saffron, I know definitely there will be one Sanatana Goswami in them. There will be one Rupa Goswami. There will be one Gopal Bhatta Goswami. I know you know very, very well who are those. There will be somebody who is super genius scholar like Jiva. Somebody will be there. I'm sure there will be somebody who is expert in singing Bhagavatam in 3 ways, like Raghunath Bhatta Goswami did. Gopala Bhatta Goswami is somebody who is very expert in worshipping the deities in Achar, Vichar, etc. So I'm sure Krishna will manifest them here. So concluding my talk, I didn't want to take long time. The present context which is going on in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is very apt for today's ceremony. Because Chaitanya Charitamrita says, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stays at 4 places. Sachira Mandire, Aranityananda Nartane, Sri Vikhasera Kirtane, Ara Raghava Bhavane, Yei Charitani Prabhura Sada Avirbhav, Premakshara Krithai Prabhura Sahaja Swabhav. Prabhura Sahaja Swabhav. What is the nature of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? That he becomes Premakrishtahoi. He becomes completely captivated by love. And because of this reason, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he stays at these 4 places eternally. Number 1 is Sachira Mandire. Now the pastime which is going on now at present in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, and I'm so happy to see that Chaitanya Charitamrita is a section what you take in the weekends in both the temples. I learned something here I want to recommend there in our temples where I oversee. So Chaitanya Charitamrita, the present section going on, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that it is my responsibility to take care of my mother. And what I have done, I have given up this responsibility because I am a madman. So today, there are 6 madmen getting saffron. And that is a certificate. Only a person who is certified as mad will get saffron. And this is actually told by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He says that, he says, Tara prema vashyami, Tara seva dharma, taha chadi karyachano, vatulera karma. Says, it is a duty of every son to serve the mother. And because of my madness, I have given up that seva. But my mother doesn't feel bad. Because the more the son is mad, the mother's love increases. Isn't it? Huh? Suppose your mother has 4 children, and one is very intelligent, one very, very strong, one is independent, other one is useless, sick, always unintelligent. Then whom does the mother give more importance to? Huh? Isn't it? The mad person, isn't it? The mad son. So this is the responsibility of every congregation devotee, to take care of the brahmacharis as their children. What kind of children? Mad. He's a mad boy. I have seen wherever the congregation takes care of the brahmacharis as a mad boy, there it flourishes. It flourishes. One reason is they forgive him, take care of him. Other reason is that they will not give their daughters to them. A madman, be aware. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that my mother, so we require many mothers. Brahmacharis require mothers. Actually, brahmacharis are not made by sannyasis. Brahmacharis are made by mothers. Actually, we require a good mother. A good mother makes a brahmachari. It's a big science, I don't want to talk much about it. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stays, I eternally stay in my mother's house. And then the next thing, Nityananda Nartane. Today, nice kirtan was going on. What dance Maharaj was doing. So that's Nityananda Nartane. Eternally be. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stays. So the brahmachari should stay always dancing. Dancing not only just in the kirtan. You dance over all the negativity. Somebody may criticize you, dance over it. Somebody may insult you, dance over it. That's called dance. Don't bother. Yei bhalo, yei manda, yei sab brahma. Maharaj told. Yei sab brahma. Somebody praises you, somebody criticizes you, somebody insults you. It doesn't matter. Hare Krishna. That's Hare Krishna. Yes, Hare Krishna. And go dance. Yeah. And the third, Srivasa Kirtane. Always be in Kirtan, mood of Kirtan. Glorifying Krishna, Nam Kirtan, Guna Kirtan, Leela Kirtan. Always be engrossed in Srimad Bhagavatam. And ultimately, Raghavera Bhavane. Raghav Pandit, he is known for cooking for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He used to bring Raghavera Joli. So many items. So brahmacharis are interested in what? Prasad. Raghavera Bhavane. So I request all the congregation and management to give nice prasada to the brahmacharis. I am sure the 6 will become 60 in no time. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you so much, Maharaj.
Can I ask you a question? If the brahmacharis are madmen, what about the sannyasis?
They are super mad.
Srila Prabhupada ki. Thank you so much, Maharaj. Thank you. Now I know why my mother loves me so much. So we would like to now invite all of our wonderful devotees who are ready to take this commitment. Do you want to give them some encouragement? All right, wonderful. All right, so what we'll do is we'll ask them to come one by one. I'll call you one by one. If you come up and you just offer your obeisances to Srila Prabhupada and take blessings from all the seniors, and then they will come to give you a cloth. So I think we'll begin with His Grace Ananta Chuta Prabhu. Haribol. So Ananta Chuta Prabhu, while he's paying obeisances, I'll tell you something about him. He is a wonderful devotee. Grew up in India, disciple of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj, and he is a graduate of IIT. So he studied engineering at IIT. For those of you who are not familiar, IIT is like the Cambridge of India. And then after that, he worked for Google for some time. But then he realized Google is not God. So now he joined the ashram. So Ananta Chuta, there's someone on the internet, IIT Baba. So he is the real IIT Baba. So thank you so much, Ananta Chuta Prabhu, for taking this responsibility. He's now preaching in Cambridge. We have a wonderful student house there, and along with others, he's taking on the responsibility there. So yes, you can come forward and receive your cloth from His Holiness Chandramali Maharaj. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki. All right, wonderful. So next we will invite His Grace Panchatattva Prabhu. So Panchatattva Prabhu is, he's living up to his name. He is really an ambassador of the Panchatattva. He loves kirtan. He originally stayed with us some years ago in the Brahmacharya ashram, and then he moved up to Scotland, and he was doing wonderful service there. And now he's back in the UK. Back in the UK, always in the UK. Back in London. But he's not actually in London. We have also here His Grace Antaranga Prabhu. And Antaranga Prabhu has inspired a wonderful new project in Liverpool. So hopefully we'll have a center there very, very soon. And Panchatattva, Antaranga Prabhu and the rest of the team are doing incredible service there. So Panchatattva Prabhu, thank you so much. Please keep singing, please keep dancing, and please keep preaching and spreading Srila Prabhupada's movement to every town and village, beginning with Liverpool. Haribol. So yes, please come forward. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Panchatattva Prabhu ke. Next we'll invite Sanket Prabhu, Bhakta Sanket. They have to watch out for the quiet ones. So Sanket Prabhu is a very wonderful devotee. He studied mathematics at Warwick University, and after he graduated, he joined the Manor, and he was 80% convinced, but that 20% was still there. So after living here at the Manor for 1 year, he went out and he got a master's degree, only to realize I'm meant to be a servant. So he got a master's degree, Imperial, right? Warwick, okay. He got his master's from Warwick as well in computer science. And then he was working for some time, and now he came back, and he's also preaching in Cambridge where the future leaders of society are. So thank you so much, Sanket, for taking the responsibility for giving these best years of your life, and as Atmanivedan Maharaj said, hopefully the rest of your life, to Srila Prabhupada's movement. Thank you very much. Please come. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bhakta Sanket Prabhu ki. And then we'll invite Vrishabha Prabhu. So His Grace Vrishabha Prabhu is a very wonderful devotee. He stayed with us here at the Manor in 2020. As you know, 2020 was a very unpredictable year. That was the year of COVID, so we were all locked away here, living as monks, just the ashram devotees, and Vrishabha Prabhu stayed with us. After staying with us for some time, he went back to Croatia, and now he's in Ljubljana in Slovenia and serving His Holiness Chandramauli Maharaj under his direction, his inspiration. Very wonderful devotee, very capable, very able to reach a broad audience of people with Krishna consciousness. So thank you so much for all your commitment, your wonderful service, and may you serve Maharaj's mission more and more under the guidance of Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It's Grace Vrishabha Prabhu King. And then we'll invite Rainis Prabhu. Yes, wonderful. Rainis Prabhu he really looks like a Goswami, very saintly person. So Rainis Prabhu, he studied engineering at Aberdeen University, met the devotees, and has been serving at Karuna Bhavan, and really going out every single day on the street, distributing books, meeting people on the ground, sharing Krishna consciousness. These devotees who go out every single day, they are the heartbeat of our movement and are reaching so many souls. So thank you so much for all that you're doing, all that you will do in the coming years. Please know that we're always here to serve and support you in any way we can. And we wish you a very happy and long brahmachari life. Hare Krishna. Please come. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bhakta Rainis Prabhu ki. And then last but not least, we have Bhakta Jignesh. You'll be happy to know, Gujarati born and bred. Gujarati acha. Don't worry, Gujarati acha. So Jignesh, actually, Prabhupada, when he was trying to begin this movement, he said, I was going around India and I was asking all the families, just give me one young boy. Just give me one young boy and I'll train him up. And together with him, I'll spread Krishna consciousness all over the world. But Prabhupada said, nobody gave. Nobody gave. So I don't know if his parents has given, but he's come. So Jignesh was a very wonderful devotee. He was actually trained in his early years of ashram life in Govardhan Eco Village, Chaupati. Incredible training. Studied the Bhagavatam for 2 years and has been here now in the UK and really fulfilling Srila Prabhupada's desire. Prabhupada said, Bharata Bhumite Hoilo Manusha Janamaja. Those who have taken birth in India have a special advantage. They must spread Krishna consciousness all over the world. So he's doing that. He decided to come over to the Manor. And now he's preaching in Liverpool, a Gujarati preaching to the Scousers. And it's wonderful. It's working. So thank you so much for all your dedication. We are wishing you the very, very best. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So now, brahmachari life means you should be able to change in like 3 minutes. So they're going to go away, they're going to change into their new clothes. We're all going to do a kirtan. If you like, you can stand up and stretch your legs, and then we'll be inviting them back in. Yes, please go for it.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Go pray! Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jayo Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Gaur Premanande,
Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari Bol, Srila Prabhupada ki just before we end today's ceremony, we would like to invite His Grace Hari Karta Prabhu just to share with us a few blessings, senior disciple of Srila Prabhupada, and to this day out there on the streets, spreading the Sankirtan movement. Please.
Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Ananta Chuta asked me to give him my blessings. So I'm happy to say something. Brahmachari ashram is such an important ashram. Actually, even in Grihastha ashram, one should be Brahmachari Grihastha. But to train good Grihasthas, we need Brahmacharis. Because the system was, at least in traditional India, that all the boys would be Brahmachari, all the girls would be Brahmacharini, and sex life was in the background. And it was very important like that, because when people engage in illicit sex, they become very weak. So Grihastha ashram needs strong devotees. Of course, we don't want to make the women depressed. Not everyone's going to be a brahmachari and remain a brahmachari. I remember when I got married, a long time ago, but there was one sannyasi, and he told me, I wish you'd have told me you were going to get married, I would have talked you out of it. Subsequently, he fell down. He had a lot of problems. So in the Brahmachari ashram, it's very important to have the right mentality about the opposite sex. Because in the past, we saw that many of the brahmacharis, they became hateful of women because they actually were attracted to them. So we want to avoid that. And basically, brahmachari is a great opportunity to be fully engaged in the mission of the spiritual master, in Srila Prabhupada's mission, in your guru's mission, to spread Krishna consciousness. And we do need good grihasthas because we need good children. Good children are essential. If we look at the Vaishnav Sampradaya, practically all of the great acharyas came from exalted families. So we do need good children. But to get good children, we need good brahmacharis. So whether they get now married or not, Ananta Chuta, he told me that his parents gave their blessings for him to be brahmachari his whole life. He's very learned. He knew some verses. I don't think most people would know them. But he's a clever person. And so, you know, Isckon is trying to reestablish what Lord Sri Krishna, Chaturvanyam Maya Shristam Gunakam Vibhagacha. So the Varnashram system has 4 Varnas and 4 ashrams. So the 4 ashrams are very important, although I don't really know how it worked. Back in the day, Bhaktivedanta Thakur, he got married when he was about 12 years of age. I don't know if they had brahmacharis, but the mentality was that sex should be in the background, and that women were very chaste. They didn't entice men, as nowadays in our modern society, the women entice the men. So even the women should be brahmachari in the sense that they're not trying to attract the men like that. But we have a wonderful society, and we really need brahmacharis, because the brahmacharis are the driving force of fulfilling the desire of the spiritual master, going out, collecting money, distributing books. And so this is a very important ashram. So I hope you will remain brahmacharis. You probably won't all remain brahmacharis, but if you do, I'll be very happy. Some of you might. So we're fulfilling Prabhupada's desire to establish Varnashram. Varnashram is a very important part of Srila Prabhupada's mission. And it includes grihasthas, vanaprasthas, sannyasis. What else? Vanaprasthas? Yeah. Grihas, yes. Anyway, so we have a wonderful society, and we have to have good representatives of every ashram. That means everybody should be celibate unless they have children, and everybody should be respectful to all the different members of the ashrams and different sexes, and then we'll have a wonderful society. So thank you very much, and Brahmachari Ashram ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki.
His Grace Harikata Prabhu ki. And just a final few words from our dear Tapavit Prabhu, who is a disciple of Srila Prabhupada and a lifelong brahmachari. So please, yes, Tapavit Prabhu.
If you want to become a better brahmachari, get married. Prabhupada said, a person who can live with a beautiful woman and follow the principles is better than a brahmachari. So I was sometimes interested in married life. In Los Angeles, there was a Grihastha community, and the devotees owned apartment houses that are across the street from the temple, and the Grihasthas were living in the apartments. And Back to Godhead magazine did a cover story about the new Dwarka temple, and they showed all the devotees in front of the temple, a lot of Grihasthas. And one sannyasi, at that time, Tamo Krishna Maharaj, I had just joined the movement. He showed me the cover of the magazine. He said, "What do you think of this?" And I thought, well, that's nice, a lot of people in the temple. And I had just finished the university. I was used to a co-educational atmosphere, men and women together. And Prabhupada, of course, adjusted his Isckon society to the fact that men and women are mixing in the West. So Tamal asked me, what do you think of this picture? He was trying to recruit brahmacharis for his Radha Damodar party. So he wanted to know, are you more like... And I said, I think it's a nice picture. He said, it's an advertisement for sex life. And And I was surprised he said that. I had asked him a question. I said, how does a brahmachari... I was a devotee for about 3 weeks, and I was asking him the question, I can understand giving up intoxication and meat eating, but how do the devotees maintain brahmachari life? And he didn't answer the question to my satisfaction, because all he said was that, well, you give up meat eating and intoxication, and so you also give up illicit sex. Well, so at some point I was thinking about getting married in Los Angeles because I thought I could have some independence. And I asked the manager if he could inquire if there are any girls who wanted to get married. Maybe I could meet them. So he took a few days and he got back to me. And he said, okay, we have someone for you to talk to. And in those few days, I had thought about it some more, and I had woken up. Why should I work hard to maintain a family when I could just work hard for Srila Prabhupada and be happy? I'm kind of a selfish person. I'm very self-centered, and I don't even have a generous heart. I don't think I could be a successful family person because I probably wouldn't even take care of my wife and children properly. Anyway, Bhagavad Gita says, if you want to be a yogi, I was reading yesterday in the 6th chapter, you have to be situated in brahmacharya life. Brahmachari stito. Stito means situated. So let's be fixed up. Keep your mind, keep your intelligence fixed up in following the principles. Thank you.
His Grace Tapavit Prabhu. Okay. So thank you so much. We've gone a little bit over time. Thank you so much for staying. And I hope this morning was inspiring for you. Was it inspiring? Yes. I was thinking it's a bright day, a sunny day, and it just all of a sudden became 10 times more effulgent. So thank you so much. Wishing you a very wonderful day. We have a procession going to the Goshala and then going from the Goshala to the farm. We have a harvest festival there, so please attend. And later on today, beginning at 3 p.m., here in the Sri Krishna Haveli is the Holy Name Day. So please do also come for that. Wishing you a wonderful day. Srila Prabhupada ki Gaura Premanande.